This episode of Live Arena was brought to you by Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. What could go wrong? Nothing ever goes wrong on Friday the 13th. Oh, look, it looks like I already did a fight, so that's the first thing that went wrong. I did one last night while I was watching TV with my girlfriend, just absentmindedly, and then I realized, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do a weekly show, so I'm doing it. Sorry, I managed to stop myself just in time. So it's Friday the 13th. What do I want to do? I think I'll start with Armands. This is the I don't know what the mode the most common modality in this game. People take Armands so that their opponent can't take Armands. Armands is broken. Polymorph is broken. He probably gets sick of hearing it. I certainly get sick of seeing it. You know what really makes me sick is the 6-star polymorph. It's completely obnoxious. So this is probably the unit that I'm just going to ban. I'll take Sun Wukong, and I will take. Maybe I want to try to go quickly. You know what? Here's what I want to do. I want to take Padraig so that I can do an ally attack. Because normally I'd want Lady Mikage, but she's already gone. So here's a question. Friday the 13th. Why Friday? Why is the superstition about Friday the 13th? Because when you think about it, I mean, you got the whole Garfield I hate Mondays kind of thing. Like, why aren't people afraid of Monday the 13th? Like, why the number 13? Why the day Friday? I mean, people hate Mondays. I need some nukers, right? Okay, I'm going to take Fanax. I'm going to take Mortu Macabre. I think this is a balanced team. It's all about balance, right? So he's got the 6-star polymorph. I kind of want to get rid of that. He's got the Teox, who can nuke like nobody's business. Really, I just want to. I think I want to get rid of Lady Mikage. And here's my reasoning. Lady Mikage has the increased accuracy. I don't think anyone else here does. Of course, my theory was that I would then have Mortu Macabre as my backup, but Flya Garrick, am I getting your name right? Yeah, you outsmarted me. You took my Mortu Macabre. That was my whole plan B. So now I have to make plan A work. So I do get the first shot. I think it would behoove me to take out one of the nukers then, if I can. She might stop it, but I guess she's going to stop me from being able to take out Staltus Dragonbane. I'm just wondering, should I go for this? I might weak hit. That's why I think I should just go for the sheep. I think that was the safe bet. Because I might have been able to get away with doing both. Oh, looks like I win. So, good game, Fly. Fly away now, my friend. Fly away. Bad habits. This episode was brought to you by Bad Habits. I feel like I've said that exact sentence before, so I think I have fought bad habits before. And the question I probably asked is, what is your bad habit? I think my worst habit right now is actually this game, if I'm to be perfectly honest. So I sure called it. There's Armands. I'm surprised he doesn't have the polymorph, though. That seems to be the meta on Armands. So I'm going to counter with polymorph. Lots of polymorph. Maybe just both of them. I'm tempted to take Sun Wukong because it really does seem like usually these are the first three to go. But I am prepared to try it this way. I did 6-star Padraig after all. I do want to use him more. I don't know how many of you out there have Padraig, but I use him everywhere. He is completely amazing. I love the way he puts buffs on everybody. I'm using him against the Chimera boss. How are you guys finding the Chimera boss, by the way? I've managed to get um, quite a lot of damage. I don't know offhand. I got like 1 point something million points. Or is it 1 point something billion points? I think it's a 1.3 billion or something like that. Anyway, I better hurry up and actually pick somebody, right? So I'll take these two. This way I have a good chance of going first. I have a nuker. The second one has to also be a nuker, so I'll make it Mortu Macabre. Morty. I'm wearing my Rick and Morty shirt, so I gotta take Morty. Come on, Morty, let's go. Let's go. Let's make those guys pay. Let's beat them, Morty. How many of you want to hear me just do Rick's voice whenever I'm talking to Morty? Even if the answer is 0, I think I might still do it just because it amuses me. So I think I'm going to take out the king. I think he might even be the only nuker in this team. So getting rid of the king makes me safer. I mean, I don't... You never really know in this game if somebody has like a nuke Ultimate Death Knight or even a nuker Arbiter. That'd be funny. Or a nuker Armands. That's certainly possible. I'm pretty sure you could have a nuker Eastrid. That's not how I built her. I just made her as fast as possible, but I think it could be done. Anyway, this is going to come down to me being fast and killing things with Fenax. And he's faster. So this could be it. I mean, I don't think I'm going to resist Armands. I can try to speed manipulate my way through this, but I mean, she can cleanse, so that's going to be kind of annoying to deal with. There's no point in ally attacking, so I'm going to flip to this. I'm going to try to take some buffs away. It's really a shame you can't even cleanse polymorph. This is part of what I'm talking about with polymorph. When it happens, I mean, that's just it. You're just sort of looking at it. There's like nothing that can even happen with it. I mean, maybe I'll ally attack anyway. Let's see how much damage I can do without Fenax. Not bad. I mean, between the increased attack that that Eastrid gives herself, well, and the whole party. So we can speed boost again. I can try to speed drop them again. I can try to stun them. Looks like I've taken control of the party. I'm going to speed boost again. Good game, bad habits. And we got another chest. Let's see. Impulse with speed on it. It's 6 stars, I'll keep it. That's 5 stars, I'll dump it. That's 5 stars, I'll dump it. Just quickly go through the system. 6 stars with speed, I'll keep it and roll it. Dump it. And Zeal with crit rate on it, but nothing else. I'll dump it. What do you think of those decisions? Would you have made the same decisions with that gear? Let me know. I like to think I'm making good decisions regarding gear at this point. I feel like we still get too much of it. You know what would be a nice quality of life feature for this game? In fact, would be to have it built right into the game rather than like RSL helper, or there's another really popular alternate RSL helper now. I don't remember what it's called. Let's see. I'm gonna go for my all demon team, or at least I'm gonna start with these two, and we'll see. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the other major RSL helper, but it's kind of a shame that we even need one, right? Like it would be better if the game just let you say, all right, automatically sell any gear that is below this quality or that doesn't have this substat or this collection of substats. It should be right into the game at this point. So there's a 6-star polymorph. Don't want to deal with that, so I'm almost certainly going to have to ban her. So I really hope they don't have Harima. Or I'm a-gonna to screama. So I'll take Helicath and Volcanoes. Practically a perfect pair. No Harima. This is a good sign. Only one polymorph, so I will get rid of her, even though I kind of want to leave her on the field because of all the buffs she puts out. It'd just help Volcanoes really go. But then again, let's see. Don't maybe want resist. Well, got to make a decision quickly. I'll go with this one. I'll get rid of her. There's also the danger of the increase accuracy. And that's going to make Armand's almost impossible to deal with. I think I'm going to lose, but I'm going to do it this way anyway. I don't even get to keep Volcanoes. This is the whole problem with going for the demon team, is if I lose Volcanoes, I lose a lot of my thunder. My thunder. My lightning and the thunder. So he gets to go first. He's going to do his speed boost on probably the Horsey. Oh no, he's going straight for Armand's. See, I'd go for the Horsey, get the increased accuracy, and then Armand's. Well, he got his move anyway. I mean, who am I to say what Tomb should be doing if what he's doing is working, right? Like if it's working. But this is good for me because I get to attack. What does the little suitcase do? That shuts down gear, right? And then I probably want to take out. I mean, I can't take out him. Maybe I want to take out the horse after all. Because Shenzhou, or whatever her name is, she really can't do much on her own. She could just speed boost. But of course, this guy, the mythical demon guy, that I'm never going to get. I'm going to end up quitting this game before I earn him. It's a shame, but I've got about, I think, 380 points toward the 500 that I need to get him. And that just means I'm never going to get him unless I leave my account kind of on idle and I come back once or twice a month over the next year. But I don't want to. Really, at this point, what I'm probably going to do with my account, and I am sorry to say this because so many people out there have been like, can I have your account? I would, at some level, like to just give somebody my account and then just forget this game ever existed. But there's a part of me that wants to hold on to it. Some of my clanmates have actually suggested I sell it, and I just can't imagine that I'd make enough money selling this account that it would even be worth doing, even if I wanted to sell it. So, no Angel. I mean, I'm willing to try the demon thing again, I guess. Let's try the demon thing again. I'll bring out Duchess. I mean, she's good anyway. They got the king and queen. I want the big guy and the block damage guy. Where are you, Helicath? Helicath. I, of course, want Volcanoes, but I'm leaving him for last. And I'm seeing multiple revivers, so I'm thinking... I mean, there's at least 3 here now, right? So I'm going to go for my Volcanoes, and maybe I'll just go for Wither so that I have the resistance. I figure it's going to be too hard to keep them dead with candy. So they got a 5-star polymorph here, 4-star polymorph here, and Galathier does have increased accuracy, and that can make all the difference. So I think I'm going to eliminate Galathier, even though about half of me wants to get rid of the king. I'll eliminate Galathier. I'll take the resist aura. And this is just going to come down to, do I have enough resist to resist his Armands? Probably have enough to resist his Sun Wukong, because he's probably just built as a nuker. So I guess he did that by rote, because that was not a good first move. I mean, he's hitting my Mortu Macabre, and he's not getting anything out of it. He should have tried to sheep someone. I'd accuse him of just being away from the keyboard and leaving it to the AI, but he did that very quickly. So I think he may have just done it without thinking. So first chance I get, if Mortu gets his peril, which is always dubious, then I'm going to go for, let's see, we'll put up the increased defense. And I'll put up a shield. So King's taken out my reviver. So I am now living on life support, borrowed time. Not sure which expression is better for where I am now. So Mortu Macabre, please have your peril. I need it, and I need it like now. So, still isn't his turn. Oh, there it is. So we can take out either the king or Sun Wukong. I'm going to take out Sun Wukong. Now at this point, I think I might as well just put it on full auto and aim for the king. There's not really a lot else I can do. And Mortu is not likely to get hit while he's invisible. Okay, he can be hit now. So this fight is really going to come down to this one handful of rolls. And I didn't get it. I'm fairly certain his king can knock me out. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to give it to him. I mean, we could wait. It's really just going to take him one more turn of damage. At this point, any of his support units could knock me over. So good game, no angel. That is what I get for going for the demon team. I think, yeah, I've got one in the box here already. Can I just quickly stop by the shop and buy up mystery shards, because that's how I roll. So it's not bad. I got enough tokens for 10 more fights without even dipping into my gems. Not that it's a big deal to dip into the gems. It's 10 gems for another refill after this, which is really like practically nothing. I mean, even if you just have the gem mine, you get those back in 24 hours. You get like 15 of them in 24 hours. I'm gonna go for these two. They've served me well in the past. I'm gonna take these two again. I'm gonna take these two, Fenax. I probably want a good speed lead, so I'll take Eastrid. I will, of course, take more Tumakab. I'm hoping he doesn't take Harima, or else that's who I have to ban. So I'll take more Tumakab. I'm going to ban her because she can... Oh, I don't have Sun Wukong. What am I thinking? I don't need to worry about that. Maybe I'll get rid of Lazarius then. Maybe he's the bigger threat. I mean, I could also get rid of Odin because he's also a big threat, but I'm going to get rid of Lazarius. I think he causes me the most problems. Then I'll take the speed, aura. So at some point, often right before Fenax gets a chance to attack, I bet he's just going to go block damage on everybody. I don't know why that happens to me so often, but it does. This is assuming Fenax even survives, which at this point now, I don't know. He already lost his stone skin. That's not great. What do I want to do? I want to pile up on somebody. You know what? No. I want to try to crowd control them. I think I have a chance to do it. And there it is. You know, I really should have gone for the ally attack there. I might have had a chance to kill off Odin. Anyway, I can at least remove that stuff. Odin is now going to murder somebody. I was kind of hoping he'd try to murder Mortumagab. And then I'd see if I have enough resistance for that. I don't even have my peril. Bogus. Wow, I really blew this fight. Like, I had an opportunity really early there to just use an ally attack to take out at least one of these two, and I just didn't. And now he can basically just whittle away on this sheep until this stone skin expires. Maybe he can't. Maybe I spoke too soon. I still definitely don't like that I only have enough stone skin to survive one of them. So I think I have to get rid of her first. After that, probably has to be him next. But he probably does enough damage to just outright kill me. Yeah, there it is. Well, good game, Hergar. So let's see, what have I got through 5 fights so far? Managed to get through 5 fights and resist the urge to talk about something very political. Don't have to just yet. Godric the Omen. All right, Godric. Do I want to go for the demons? I don't know. You know what? Also, I've got Quintus now. He doesn't have any I'll start with Armand's. Quintus doesn't have any blessings on him. I just pulled him. I built him. He does hit very hard. Outside of that, he seems pretty one-dimensional, but he is very good at delivering the damage. I even tried him against the Chimera boss, but he didn't manage to do quite as much damage as the likes of, say, Marius, or who's the other one that's really good? Newt. Is Newt out? I don't think he is. I think he's in my vault. But I've been using Newt and Marius to do most of the damage to the Hydra boss. Anyway, he's got a 6-star polymorph. I absolutely hate that. But then again, I mean, I'm also bringing 6-star polymorph champs now. This is what the game has come to. This is the meta. This is a problem. And this is why I really wish Plarium would just go ahead and nerf Polymorph already. It's kind of the obvious thing to do. It's kind of like all the drama around people cheating at Hydra Clash or using like gimmicky tricks to win Hydra Clash, and I'm just thinking Hydra Clash is obviously the problem. The players aren't the problem, the champions aren't the problem. It's the game mode. You could even go so far as to say the problem is like a little bit the game. I'm going to need some DPS, so I'm going to take Phenax, and do I want to try more too? I mean, at this point, I think I'd better. Because now he's got Siegfried, who can block damage. He's got Galathyr, who's like 100% I have to ban the Galathyr. He's got the 6-star polymorph. He's got increase accuracy. He's got revives and buffs and lockout moves. Galathyr is really like, he's kind of the GOAT. And then he's got Jizmark. That's right, I'm calling him Jizmark. I know I'm not getting his name right, but I friggin' hate Jizmark as well. And you know what? There's a guy in my clan who pulled all of his mythical shards, and he got Galathyr and Jizmark. I got Nathan. That's just really unfair. So let's take the speed. Unless I want the accuracy. But I think I want the speed just in case it matters. So I can like instantly take somebody out. Or I could try to stun them all. I think I should try to stun all of them. I think I'm probably better off if I control them. So I control them. Then we go for the ally attack, which should be... maybe it should be the lizard. Because he has a tendency to make himself invisible and then very difficult to get at. Then I'll take out this guy. Then I'll put him to sleep. And let's cleanse this flame off. Now at this point I'm worried. This guy's just really difficult to deal with. I need to make sure he's controlled when I knock him out. But I don't want to wake him up either. Okay. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try to knock him out. Nope, didn't manage to. And now it's his turn. Oh no, this is not going to be good. Jizmark is going to do his kaboom! Oh yeah, we are done. I mean, I could try controlling him now. Maybe that could work. I think it really could work. I mean, I could just go for this, sleep him. Go for like the most obnoxious, the most obnoxious win in history with Lady Mikage. I am sorry to do this to you, Godric. You probably deserve to win. I just think I can do it. We'll go for the sleep again. It just amuses me endlessly that I could maybe actually pull this off. I'll go for the stun, and I'll go for the sleep. Sleep him. My Lady Mikage is very fast. The thing is, I'm not sure I can even do enough damage to take them both out. But let's try to take out him first. So he does his metamorph, and That is ridiculous. I can't believe I won that. Good game, Godric. You deserve to take the win, but I couldn't resist. I had to try. So we got another one. I feel like I got a. Oh, this is a chest from the 5 daily wins. So we've got impulse, no speed on it, so I'm just gonna dump it. And impulse with speed, if it rolls double speed, I think it'd actually be worth it, so I'll keep it. Let's go again. And now we got more time. So this is where I admit I've been it's been taking all of my power to resist the urge to talk about, well, I'll just say his name, Luigi Mangione. Just so it's there, just so I don't leave you hanging. Just in case you're actually watching this the whole way through. I've been thinking about Luigi Mangione and what he did a lot. If you happen to not know who Luigi Mangione is, Google him right now. So he's already got Duchess, so I'm not going to bother trying to do the demon thing. Let's go for Lady Mikage and Armand's. I'm going to go for control again. I mean, I'd say I'm becoming a new fan of Lady Mikage, but I've been a fan of Lady Mikage ever since I got her. She is an amazing champion. Like A+, no notes, please do not nerf. I think Armand's absolutely needs to be nerfed because he's too overpowered. He shouldn't, for instance, be better than Lady Mikage, but he totally is. So I'm going to go for... Do I want him as well, or do I want to try for a couple of nukers here? I may as well do it this way. Because there is a possibility I have to leave Harima intact or ban Harima. I'm not really sure. But here we go. I'm comfortable banning Harima. It does mean that Candrafon is going to be difficult to deal with. I'm going to try to be fast enough to get him. He's basically the whole threat. I think we have to control him, though. I think that's how we have to do it, because Freya is just really, really good at keeping the best nuker alive, which is going to be him. I'm sure that's the idea. So they're all in stone skin. So I'll just sheep the nuker. Freya's actually a really rough choice for what is this? Smereb? Smered? Smurf, maybe? Well, let's see if I can take some buffs. So he's certainly got his Duchess built right. She gets to put out the buffs. She still lasts 1 turn longer with her stone skin. So I can steal some turn meter. And then maybe even get enough to come back around and sheep someone. So the sheep can go on her because I don't have a choice. It's got to be her. Then I can rain down swords on everyone, and didn't do enough to get rid of Candrafon. That is rough. Ooh, got him. I got him. Didn't expect to get him with a counterattack from Fenax, but that is kind of the way my Fenax is built. He's straight up just got counterattack gear on. That's one of the things I did with him. Like he doesn't ignore as much defense as your standard nuker. I just built him with as much counterattack as possible and as much raw damage as possible. So I'm going to try to get rid of... I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. For argument's sake, I'm going to make it Pythion. I'm getting rid of one of his 2 cleansers. But basically, she's going to be hitting my Mortu Macabre no matter what. Whether Sun Wukong is standing or not. Wow, that is a tough Duchess right there. I am impressed. But my whole strategy is going to be just leaving Freya there to continue to trigger Mortu Macabre again and again and again. Of course, she can nuke. There is a chance that Freya actually wins just by doing enough damage, especially if she's built like a nuker, but she is the weak affinity, so that kind of works out in my favor. Weak affinity for both Mortu Macabre and Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong, get up, please. I need you. There we go. Good game. Good game, Smurf. Or whatever your name was. So we're fighting Cthulhu. Lupo Cthulhu. Somebody of Cthulhu. I am going to go for Armand's. It's boring, I know. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's Plarium's fault. Blame them. Every time I pick Armand's, or my opponent picks Armand's, or you just pick Armand's, it's Plarium's fault. They made him too overpowered. He's still basically better than all of the mythicals, which is just bizarre, right? So we got Siphi, we got Odin. He's making a point here. He's going first because Odin has that 40% speed aura, right? So let's see. I mean, I can try to match him on speed. I'll take Lady Mikage and I will take Sun Wukong again. If I really wanted to match him on speed, what I'd have to do is take Eastrid and probably ban Odin. This is going to be very difficult to deal with. Okay, I'm going to take my usual Slayer duo. Fenax and Mortu, Slayer of bad guys. Slayer. I mean, he's a demon, so maybe Slayer of good guys. Except he's the Sacred Order, so I don't know. We need a good bit of lore that explains why like a guy from a holy order and a guy from a demon order are always fighting side by side. They're a really good pair, and Sun Wukong synergizes really well with Mortu Macabre. I will get rid of Odin. I think he's the biggest problem. I think if I get rid of Odin, I don't even have that many problems anymore. Siphi could also be a problem. And we'll take the speed aura from Armand's. Anyway, I'll just say when I first read the news, and this is before they knew it was Luigi Mangione. The headline read like health insurance provider CEO gunned down in New York City, and I didn't know how to feel about it. It was the first time that I saw about a crime like this where I was like, I don't know. I mean, I already think I kind of get it. But it's still a murder. I mean, murder's always bad, right? And then things started to come out about what this CEO had been doing. And he was just a real scumbag. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate on my fight. But you know what? If anybody has any thoughts about the state of American healthcare, I'm a Canadian, so I have. Let's see. That's my healthcare right there. I'm taking out Marius. Um, but I I guess what I'm struck by is just how much camaraderie we started to see online. Like people's immediate reaction to this CEO being murdered is laughter, like literally the laughter emoji, which is really something because I mean that like we're almost superstitious. This is Friday the 13th. It makes sense to talk about superstition. We are almost superstitious about speaking ill of the dead. But when you have somebody that was this much of a scumbag, it kind of gets people at least talking about their stories. So people started sharing their stories about how they were denied funding for their health care. There was another health insurer that immediately rolled back a policy like the next day. I think it was within 24 hours of the news of the killing. The next day, they rolled back a decision to start denying people coverage on anesthesia just in case the surgery went a little longer than expected, which of course can happen for all kinds of reasons. It's a decision that shouldn't be made by anyone that's not a doctor, and insurance companies are not doctors. Insurance companies aren't even a service. In fact, the whole motivator behind an insurance company, their whole raison d'etre is to take money and then deny service. It's the only way they stay in business. They actually have to have a net positive influx of money to themselves, right? So what do I want? I'll take, yeah, I'll take these two. This way I get the trio. Anyway, the let's see. I'll just pick my guys so I can concentrate a little better on what I want to say. But everybody's sharing this story about people being denied health insurance, and I realized like I'm a Canadian. I'm lucky, sort of. There are problems with the healthcare system here. Don't get me wrong, um, but my ex-girlfriend had moved to the United States, and she lost her health coverage, and it was, let's see, who do I want to get rid of? I mean, there's two different kinds of bad news here. Anyway, she was being given medication because she had suicidal ideation. And when she died, when I learned that she died, I I I was lost for a while. I mean, I have a new girlfriend. Even at the time that she died, I had a new girlfriend. It had been a long time since I'd even seen her. It had been years. But you never really stop loving someone, and to just realize all at once that this person that I loved is just dead. And and so I spent a fair bit of time with her mom getting the full story. And here I got a metamorph. Getting the full story and finding out that she lost her her medical insurance, that she lost her job, and that she'd not been doing well. And anyway, she ended up hanging herself, and she died. And I mean, I think I cried for months. I don't know. It's like something broke my brain because I knew something was wrong, uh, but I couldn't put my finger on it. But part of my brain just started thinking about just all of the people that had taken part in taking apart my ex, including myself. I mean, I even blamed myself for it. I thought maybe I could have done a better job at maybe I could have done a better job of supporting her. Maybe I could have at least understood what she was going through, and it would be years before I'd really understand what she was going through. But she had a medical problem. She'd been telling me she had a chemical imbalance in her brain, and she needed that medication, and she lost her coverage, and she couldn't afford her medication, and she killed herself. And I'm not saying that I can wholeheartedly agree with what Luigi Mangione did to that dirtbag CEO, but I understand